When one thinks of the Middle East, the mind often conjures images of endless sand. A vast, sun-scorched emptiness, where life clings to the edges of oases. But there are whispers of another place, a land hidden in plain sight, tucked away on the edge of the Mediterranean Sea. This place defies the familiar narrative. It holds a secret geography, one not of desert plains but of soaring mountains and deep green valleys. Here, the air is not still and hot. Instead, it moves with the cool breath of the sea and carries the scent of pine and damp earth. It is a world waiting to be discovered, a chapter of the region's story that has remained largely untold. This is Lebanon. It is a name that often echoes with stories of conflict and turmoil. Yet its true essence is far more ancient and profound. To understand it, one must leave behind all preconceptions. You must listen not to the noise of cities, but to the subtle sounds of the wilderness. The rustle of leaves in an old cedar forest, the rush of a river carving its path through stone, the cry of a hawk circling high above a jagged peak. This is a landscape that speaks in a language older than any civilization, a testament to the enduring power of nature in a corner of the world so often misunderstood. The journey into this land begins not with a step into sand, but with an ascent. The ground rises sharply from the coast, climbing into ranges that touch the clouds. From these heights, the world below unfolds in a tapestry of color and texture. Deep greens blanket the slopes, interrupted only by the gray of ancient rock and the white of snow that clings to the highest summits, even as spring blossoms below. This vertical world creates its own weather, its own rules. It is a sanctuary for life, a fortress of biodiversity that has stood against the odds, guarding its mysteries with a quiet, formidable strength. It is here, in this unexpected terrain, that the true character of Lebanon reveals itself. It is a place of dramatic contrasts, where wild coastlines meet towering peaks in a breathtaking display of geological force. The very air seems to hum with a hidden energy, a sense of life teeming just beyond what the eye can see. To explore this land is to peel back layers of assumption, to find a vibrant, living world where you expected only dust. It is a journey that challenges the map we hold in our minds, forcing us to redraw the boundaries of what we thought we knew about this ancient and complex part of the world. Forget the desert. Here, water is the architect of the landscape. It does not gather in scarce, precious pools, but flows with an abundant and life-giving force. Rivers are born in the high mountains, fed by melting snows that linger long into the warmer months. They tumble down steep gorges, their waters cold and clear, nourishing everything they touch. These are the arteries of Lebanon, pumping life into the heart of the land. Along their banks, a different kind of world thrives. One that is lush, dense, and overwhelmingly green. A world that stands in stark opposition to the arid landscapes that dominate the region. The forests here are ancient and varied. In the highlands, the legendary cedars of God stand as silent sentinels. Some have weathered thousands of years, their immense branches stretching towards the sky like gnarled arms. They are living monuments, survivors of a bygone era. Lower down the slopes, the forests change character. Oak, pine, and juniper trees form a dense canopy, creating a world of shadow and filtered light. The forest floor is a soft carpet of fallen leaves and moss, alive with the scurrying of unseen creatures. The air is thick with the rich, loamy smell of decay and rebirth, the constant, quiet cycle of the forest at work. This abundance of green is not confined to the forests. It spills across the entire landscape. Terraced hillsides carved by generations of farmers climb the mountains like giant staircases. In spring, these terraces are ablaze with wildflowers, a riot of color against the deep green of the new growth. Even the rocks themselves seem to be alive, covered in lichens and mosses that paint them in shades of silver, green, and orange. It is a landscape that feels intensely alive, pulsing with a vitality that is almost overwhelming. Every inch of land seems to be claimed by some form of life, a testament to the sheer resilience of nature. The rivers themselves are not just conduits of water, they are ecosystems in their own right. They carve deep canyons into the limestone, creating dramatic gorges where ferns and moisture-loving plants cling to the damp walls. The sound of rushing water is a constant companion in these valleys, a powerful, soothing presence. In the quieter pools, life is more subtle. Dragonflies dart over the surface, their wings a blur of iridescent color. Small fish flash in the shallows, their silver scales catching the light. This is a world defined by water, a green sanctuary hidden within the mountains of the Middle East. In the quiet heart of these forests, life moves with a cautious grace. A wild boar, its coarse coat the color of the forest floor, pushes its snout through the damp earth. It forages for roots and fallen acorns, its powerful shoulders moving with a steady, determined rhythm. It is a creature of the shadows, most active in the twilight hours when the world is cloaked in shades of gray. Its presence is often revealed not by sight, but by the signs it leaves behind. A patch of overturned soil, a set of tracks in the mud. It is a reminder that these woods are not empty. They are home to a vibrant community of animals. High above, a different kind of drama unfolds. A golden eagle soars on the thermal currents, its sharp eyes scanning the terrain below. It is the master of this domain, a symbol of the wild, untamed spirit of the mountains. Its shadow glides over the rocky crags and forested slopes, a fleeting darkness that causes a ripple of alarm among smaller creatures. The eagle is a patient hunter, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Its cry, a high-pitched shriek, echoes across the valleys, a lonely and powerful sound that speaks of solitude and survival in this rugged landscape. Down by the rivers, life moves to a different rhythm. A Syrian brown bear, a rare and elusive resident of these mountains, comes to the water's edge. It moves with a surprising quietness for such a large animal, its thick fur providing insulation against the cold mountain air. It pauses to drink, its reflection shimmering on the surface of the clear water. These bears are a sign of a healthy ecosystem, a top predator that depends on the abundance of the forest and the purity of the rivers. Their survival is a fragile victory, a testament to the resilience of wildlife in a land that has seen so much change. As night falls, a new set of characters emerges. The striped hyena, often misunderstood and feared, patrols its territory under the cover of darkness. It is not just a scavenger but also a capable hunter, its powerful jaws able to crush bone. It moves with a distinctive loping gait, its keen sense of smell guiding it through the night. The hyena is a creature of the liminal spaces, the borderlands between wilderness and human settlement. Its haunting, whooping call is the sound of the wild asserting its presence, a reminder that even in this small and densely populated country, there are still places where nature reigns supreme. In this part of the world, wealth is often measured in one way, by the black liquid gold that lies buried deep beneath the sands. Nations have risen and fallen on its tides, but Lebanon stands apart. Here, there are no vast oil fields, no forests of derricks pumping wealth from the earth. The ground beneath your feet does not hold the promise of fossil fuels. This absence has defined the nation in profound ways, forcing it to find its riches elsewhere. It has been a source of both struggle and a unique kind of freedom, shaping a destiny independent of the region's dominant economic engine. The true wealth of this land is not extracted, but experienced. It lies in the fertility of its soil, the purity of its water, and the breathtaking beauty of its landscapes. The riches are in the annual harvest of olives, grapes, and apples, grown on terraces that have been cultivated for centuries. Wealth is the snow that blankets the mountains in winter, providing not only a source of water for the year to come, but also a playground for those who seek the thrill of the slopes. This form of wealth is renewable, sustainable, and deeply connected to the cycles of the seasons. It is a wealth that nourishes the body and the soul. This lack of oil has meant that Lebanon has had to rely on the ingenuity and resilience of its people. It has fostered a culture of trade, creativity, and entrepreneurship. The nation's capital, a bustling port city, has long been a crossroads of cultures and ideas, a place where fortunes are made and lost, not through drilling, but through commerce, art, and innovation. This has created a dynamic and often chaotic society, one that is constantly reinventing itself. The absence of an easy source of wealth has forced a harder path, but one that has forged a unique and resilient national character. To walk through this land is to understand a different definition of value. It is to see the worth in a centuries-old olive tree, its trunk twisted and gnarled by time, still producing fruit. It is to feel the power of a waterfall, its energy, a constant, renewable force. It is to appreciate the intricate biodiversity of a mountain meadow, a treasure that cannot be quantified in barrels or dollars. Lebanon's true fortune is its natural heritage, a treasure that has been overlooked by a world obsessed with a different kind of resource. It is a quiet, enduring wealth, waiting to be recognized. This land, for all its beauty, is not gentle. It possesses a raw and unforgiving power. Nature here operates on a grand scale, with a force that commands respect. Winter storms lash the coast with ferocious intensity, sending massive waves crashing against the ancient rocks. The sea, so calm and inviting in summer, becomes a churning gray maelstrom. In the mountains, blizzards can dump meters of snow in a single night, isolating villages and turning the landscape into a pristine but treacherous wilderness. This is a place where nature is not a passive backdrop, but an active and often merciless protagonist in the story of life. The mountains themselves are a testament to this power. They are young and geologically active, still rising and shifting. Earthquakes are a constant, if infrequent, threat, a reminder of the immense forces at work beneath the surface. Landslides can scar the hillsides in an instant, sweeping away roads and forests with terrifying speed. The very steepness of the terrain is a challenge, a constant battle against gravity. To live here is to accept this inherent instability, to build a life on foundations that are never entirely secure. It is to live with a deep and abiding awareness of the power of the earth. This quality of no mercy is not limited to the natural world. It is also woven into the fabric of human history here. The people of this land have endured countless storms of a different kind: invasions, conflicts, and occupations. They have seen their cities destroyed and rebuilt, their communities scattered and reformed. This history has forged a resilience that is almost as formidable as the mountains themselves. It is a strength born of hardship, a determination to survive and rebuild, no matter the cost. This endurance is a defining characteristic of the Lebanese spirit, a mirror of the landscape they inhabit. There is a stark beauty in this harshness. It strips away the non-essential, leaving only what is strong enough to endure. An ancient cedar, its form sculpted by centuries of wind and snow, has a character that a sheltered tree could never possess. A person who has weathered immense loss and yet retains a capacity for joy and hospitality has a depth that cannot be easily fathomed. Lebanon teaches a difficult lesson: that strength is not the absence of suffering, but the ability to withstand it. It is a land that shows no mercy, and in doing so, it creates things of incredible and lasting power. The story of Lebanon is often told in headlines, in black and white, in terms of conflict and crisis. But to truly understand this place, you must look beyond the noise. You must venture into its hidden valleys and climb its silent peaks. You must listen to the sound of the wind moving through the ancient cedars and the rush of a river making its way to the sea. It is in these moments, away from the clamor of human affairs, that the true essence of the land reveals itself. It is a story of resilience, of beauty, and of surprising, vibrant life. This is an invitation to see this corner of the world anew, to set aside the stereotypes of the Middle East and discover a landscape that defies them at every turn. A land without deserts, without oil fields, but with an abundance of another kind of wealth. Here, you will find a richness in the biodiversity of its forests, the fertility of its soil, and the sheer, breathtaking drama of its geography. It is a place that reminds us that our maps of the world are often too simple, our categories too rigid. Nature, in its infinite creativity, does not always follow the rules we set for it. The challenges this land faces are real and profound. The pressures of development, the scars of conflict, and the looming threat of climate change all cast a shadow over its future. The survival of its unique ecosystems is not guaranteed. It depends on the choices that are made today, on a renewed appreciation for the natural heritage that has been so long overlooked. But if the past is any guide, there is reason for hope. The same resilience that has allowed the cedars to stand for millennia and the people to rebuild time and again is still present. It is a powerful, enduring force. So, come and see. Come and experience the cool mountain air, the scent of pine and wild herbs, the sound of water flowing over stone. Come and witness the quiet strength of a land that has endured so much and yet continues to offer so much beauty. Lebanon is more than a place on a map. It is a living, breathing testament to the power of nature and the resilience of life. It is a story that is still unfolding, a mystery waiting to be explored. And it is a story that has the power to change the way we see the world.